Hello, my name is Chaitanya Gurudev Mahagita Prabhu Dharmaraja Singha Radha Krishna Narayana Shansativir Mahatma Prabhansa Kali Charna Kali Kalidas, or you can just call me Chaitanya Gurudev Mahagita Prabhu Dharmaraja Singha Radha Krishna Narayana Shansativir Mahatma Prabhansa Kali Charna Kali Kalidas, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And that was a lot, just introducing myself at the beginning. So, this is for you. This is totally just an energy reading. So whatever the message that needs to get to you at this time, that's what this channel is going to be about. That's what this video is going to be about. Forget everything else. This video is just for you. And the way I approach this is going to be a little bit different than maybe what you'd expect, because what I'm going to do is just allow myself to go into this kind of flow state, and then whatever message that needs to come through me as an instrument, as a vessel, it's going to come through. It's like I was having this conversation with my friend yesterday, and he just lost his father, and he's very close to me. So, and he was telling me yesterday, he's like, reading this Buddhist text about duality, about emptiness, nothingness, and how sometimes when you create space within your vessel, create space within the conditions that you have, you're using that nothingness that comes into you to create something, So basically it's about openness, about putting yourself into a state of actually being an optimal instrument to carry out your goals, to carry out what you want to do, by actually letting go. And we're still kind of trying to figure out what he was saying. I'm still thinking about what he was trying to tell me, and it's kind of like a book club thing we're doing. So TBA on that, you'll be hearing more about that, because he's actually my creative partner too, so we work on stuff all the time. So let's just jump right into the message. And like I said, it's going to be more of like, instead of like pulling cards or doing this, that, this message is straight up just going to be the way I like to do it personally, because I just started doing these recording the videos recently. The way I would prefer to do it is the way I usually do it by myself, which is just sort of surrendering myself, just kind of emptying myself, and then just letting whatever comes through come through. That's my favorite way to do this. So let's go right into this. And yeah, let's go. Saram. I hope your day's been really good today. So much we want to share today. I feel so much tenseness. And so anything in this video, whatever you feel, whatever you see, you and me, the fact that you've been brought to meet me is no coincidence. It means we're probably at a wavelength where our paths can actually meet together. So that means I might even slip in things that I'm personally going through. I might even relate to the messages coming through, because there's no coincidence why you were brought here to meet me. So even though it's just a video and on the internet, some stranger on the internet, but we're not strangers. I like to do this thought experiment where, let's say I see someone, I think, oh, and I'm trying to like understand them, and I'm feeling my empathy is not as good as it is. So I'm like, oh, I look at them and I say, oh, I just visualize and pretend, oh, their name, well, not pretend, I just say, oh, your name is also Chaitanya Gurudev Mahagita Prabhu Dharmaraja Singha Radha Krishna Narayana Shansativir Mahatma Prabhansa Kali Charna Kali Kalidas. And then it changes the way you look at that person, the way you see that person. Because now they're your name, and then you see now the truth, which is what all the enlightened masters will see and realize. And that's the beauty about this journey that we're on, is that it's about the process. It's not about having, it's about actually surrendering yourself and allowing that process to take place, right? Because that's it, we're moving between birth and death. Those are the two endpoints we have here in this physical body, right? So it's the moving between. It's not having, there's nothing fixed. There's no fixed state of being. So you have to actually surrender to that process. And then all the people who describe their moment of enlightenment, what they notice is that there was really It's a moment of completely dissolving all boundaries. So that's just a simple way. Oh, I look at you and I say, oh, you're me. I am you, you are me. Victory to you, defeat to myself. Okay. Enough of the yapping. Let's go. And that's another thing you find is I sometimes just like yelling a lot too. I'm Sri Lankan, by the way. Well, I'm an American, of course. First and foremost, I was raised here. Bred, born, schooled here. But only one generation away from the island, so Sri Lankan men, we love to yell. So I'm sorry to those of you who are listening at night, because I just love yelling. I love to yell! Okay, let's go right into this. What needs to be known? What needs to be said? What needs to be known? What needs to be said? What needs to be revealed? And you can skip 7 seconds ahead if you don't want to see this part. Sorry, I'm kind of getting into it. Yeah, let's go. I might put my face in a little bit closer to really see you and really speak to you here. So this will be quick. What a day you had today. Whenever you find this video, seems like you feel like you waste a lot of time today, but you didn't waste time. Today was a beautiful day. You had a lot of rest today, and that's perfect. Did you see a crow today? Did you hear any crows? Listen to crows. When crows speak, listen to them. Beautiful creatures. Misunderstood. We associate them with death. They're amazing creatures, though. So you might have seen a crow today. Hi. You are so loved. You are so loved. And right now, you're in a process of great transformation. Rebranding yourself, the good old glow up, rebrand. What you're doing. And you're so conscientious of other people. You're always thinking, how am I perceived? How do people perceive me? And also lately, you've been feeling like, I'm trying so. Well, it's not even trying. You just had this sort of epiphany of sorts. And you've noticed a lot of change in you. Like, you'll go through old photos of yourself, and you'll see old videos, things like that, and you're just like, wow. Things are so different now. So now, you know that part, right? Things are so different. But now there comes the double-edged sword of that. Things are so different. So what does it mean? So, what does it mean? You don't need to know what it means always. You don't need to. That's part of the fun. So we don't know, actually. If you knew what the end result would be all the time, you would lose that edge of why things are so great. You would lose that sort of fun to it, actually. Because think about it. When someone has everything sometimes, it's like, that rich kid syndrome. is a good example, or just humans by nature. When we have everything figured out, given to us, then we just naturally will create more problems because we're here on this earth. And excuse me, because language is limited. But what's not limited is your smile. So always smile, because words, languages, these words, we can sort of, they're like, let's think, suggestion. And they're good for debates, going, but they're not necessarily the best at conveying the truth. Sometimes you can look at someone and read their expression, and go, oh, I feel. And that conveys the truth much better than anything. So let's get back to the message here that I want to tell you and share with you that you're listening to, that you need to hear. Or want to hear. You don't need to hear it. That's a bunch of fear tactics. You don't need to hear this. You don't. Because if God is the controller of all, right? And this is something you've been thinking about. If God is everything, what makes my thoughts so different? What makes the things you think different, right? If God is the controller of all, He's omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, what makes your thoughts so different? So don't beat yourself up. And my best friend, he was telling me, that's something his father would say to him too. Don't beat yourself up, and I'm so happy I got the opportunity to meet him, because he's a great man. Those of us who had good fathers, it's not easy all the time, I know, dealing with people, dealing with your fathers. But love your father. Your father is the sun. See, right now there's a bright light above me. That's your father. Your father is the sun. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means, but I feel it when I say it. And those are just revelations I had. A year was spent of just so much walking around in circles. Like how the sun and how we always move in circles, right? I hear my phone ringing. That might actually be my friend right now. Or my dad. I don't know who that is. And like I said, this part is just for you, purely for you. It's my way of communicating, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon. I love you so much. You're so loved, and you're such a great friend too. I keep getting that. Even in the ones I was recording the day before, I was like, you are such a great friend. That's what I'm always getting when I'm doing these. You're such a great friend. Wow, that's beautiful. You don't think you're a great friend because you're like, man, I could be a better friend, but that's why it works, you know? That's why it works. Because when you're a friend of someone, it's like kind of this whole, I'm like picturing magnets. Like there's like things here that you have, things here that he doesn't have, and it's like filling each other. It's like you're energizing each other. That's what friends are for. And like I said, God, words, man. Words. But that's the whole point of this channel, is using words to speak to you. So, bear with me. It's like you are like inversely filling each other, and that's what friends are for. That's how you make each other grow. That's why God brought you together. Because you're fundamentally the same. You really relate to each other, but there are things that you're really energizing each other. That's what really attracts you to each other as friends. It's beautiful. And like they say, even in relationships, they say the man is the right leg, the husband, and the woman is the left leg, the wife. So, what else? What else to say? I love you so much, and you're so beautiful. Thank you so much for listening. And follow this channel if you want to stay connected. But if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. These videos will keep coming to you, for sure. Some images that are coming to me is a white bird, an ice cube. You know, not the artist or the rapper. I'm talking about like an ice cube. Water. Maybe you're a water sign, or you love water, things like that. So these are different elements, right? It's a nice white bird I'm seeing, and then ice. I'm thinking about ice and water. When we think about ice, it's different states of water, different phases of water. Wow. There's so much change I'm feeling that's going through you. In the past month, you made an action around the end of April. You made a specific action, and then through the month of May, you basically, it didn't feel like it at times, but you had this complete, like, what I'm getting is like, look, I have a punching bag over here. So it's like, you're just like getting knocked down, like Rocky, but you keep getting back up. Taking off the dirt, like the dust, rubbing the dust off your shoulder, spitting out your tooth, spitting your plate, you keep getting back up. Beautiful. In Hinduism, there's a deity. A lot of you might know, Ma Kali. If you pay attention to my name is Chaitanya Prabhu. Okay, let me just skip. It's a long name. Kali Charana Kalika Kalidas. What does that mean? At the feet of Ma Kali. Servant of Ma Kali. Little Kali. That's what it means. What's Ma Kali? Ma Kali loves those who keep getting back up. So keep getting back up. Keep getting back up. And that's what you've been doing. You just keep getting back up. And things you didn't think were possible before, things you were in analysis paralysis about for years, like purgatory. All of a sudden, you're just like, wait a minute. I don't know if it's going to work out, but trying is fun. So just keep trying. Just keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not know. As long as you try. You know how we run data models with your AI and stuff? With humans and their AI, how they run things? It's failure. It's like they keep running tests and they keep failing. Engineering, any field, you keep experimenting and you keep failing. And that failure is not failure, it's data. You can't win without failing, you can't fail without winning. You need both. You're getting data, okay? So use that data. Don't think just because I'm failing, just because you're failing something or you're making mistakes, that it was for nothing. It's all, you're a sponge and you're getting these data, you're getting feedback. And the more feedback you get, the more you're processing this feedback, the more faster you're getting its preparation. So don't think it's for nothing. Don't be hopeless. Or be hopeless. That's fine. Here's the thing. Who's more likely to commit sin? Sin. What is sin? I don't know. I'm not the pastor here. Find me a pastor. I turn on the Christian radio all the time. Turn on the Hindu radio, any radio. I don't care. Any radio. Preacher. What are they saying? But sin, you go to hell. Right? They're talking about hell, going to hell, damnation, right? Now let's talk about sin. Who's more likely to commit something bad, right? The person who's like, oh, I am a failure. I hate people. I'm always this. I'm just so hopeless and failure. Why this? I don't want this. I don't want this. First, you got to be truthful. Whatever it is you want, you probably want it, right? Because the reason you want it, I don't know what it is, but we all have our shadow. So, who's more likely to commit? Is it like an evil act? Someone who's like keeps beating themselves up? Or the person's just like, I accept this. It's okay. Very good. It's fine. I hope that was clear. I don't think it was clear. Well, that's okay. You see what I mean? That's okay. I don't think that was clear at all. I think I sounded like I was on Xanax. Well, you know what? That's okay. And if you're prescribed Xanax, make sure your psychiatrist is good, is all I'm saying. Make sure you got a good psychiatrist. But yeah. You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean though? It's like, can you hurt, like, you know that joke about someone who has no shame, right? Now look, I'm not saying like do bad things, but I'm saying, who would you respect more? What version of you do you respect more? The one who accepts their self and their shadow? Because shine a light on any girl and they have a shadow. Look. Shine a light on any girl and they have a shadow. I don't care who they are. They could be literally named Jesus, Barack Obama, Pope Leo II, Buddha. Shine a light on them. They got a shadow. And homage to the Buddha, by the way. I love the Buddha. I was doing a prayer one day. It's 3 a.m. And I was thinking of Lord Shani. And I was awake for some reason at 3 a.m., right? No, 4 a.m. And it was like, and this is where this whole thing, because I have a band, and it's called Paramahansa. And no one knows why I changed the name to Paramahansa. They don't know how to say it. They're going to say Paramahansa, right? And it's an honorific title in Hinduism. It means supreme swan. It's a long story. The Swans. I love this band called Swans. I wanted to name my band Swans, but it was taken. And it's back in 2019. I was much younger. And so I named it Screens, and I said, blah, 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 blah. Now it's 2026. And I still don't got a band name I love. So I named it freaking a bunch of code numbers too, because I'm like getting annoyed with Google SEO. And then I thought, Paramahansa. But anyways, I was standing outside by a pond, middle of the morning. I was up so early. I started doing all these prayers, going through all my Hindu Sanskrit mantras that we learn at the temple, right? That you're trained to recite for everyone while you're doing the rituals and things. So I was listening and I was doing all these mantras, and all of a sudden I do Om Shamsani Sharayama to Lord Shani. And I talk a lot of Lord Shani in the other videos. So anyways, and I say Piso Bhagavaram Samasam Buddho Vijachan Sampanno Sakatolok Vidunto President Masarati Satadevan Sanam Buddho Bhavati. And this two huge birds just went right in front of me. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And life is like that. Life is amazing. You know, life is sometimes like you're walking in the middle of the night and then you just step on a dog toy, and pet owners will get this. That's what it's like. You hear boop. It's a surprise. It's full of surprises. And you've seen the surprises. There are things about you that surprise you. Look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, damn, what happened to me? You don't recognize yourself sometimes. You know why? Because God does that to remind you that, hey, bro, girl, you're my instrument. You're an instrument for me. Look. Oh, I don't know if it's a good example, but because that's an old instrument of mine. I like putting a bunch of blue tape on stuff. I have like a blue tape fetish. Oh, I'm not scaring the woman here. But that's the best way to describe it. It's like a blue tape. Love for blue tape. I just love tape. I love the color blue. Krishna! Radha Krishna. It's my favorite color. When I was younger, it was red. So yeah, blue tape. It's just God being like, hey, you are being used for something. Not in a bad way though, because we are of God. We are His creations. So not in a bad way. You're being used. Not like you're being abused or something. Because that's kind of the thing, right? Do I surrender to God, or do I surrender to myself? And these both actually don't exist, right? It's hard to say, but it's like, it's hard to put this all stuff into words, because this is all stuff you just have to literally sit with yourself, and then you just start realizing things. And it's like not even really necessarily in English sometimes. It's like your feelings, like in your heart, you're going to feel things. It's through experience that you gain that wisdom. To experiencing things, to living, to being alive. So be alive. Keep being alive! And is there anything else you need to hear? If I make a video where I just say I love you while staring right at the camera 777 times, would you all want that? Comment in the comments, because that's the only message I'm feeling right now. I love you. 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 Too close? Okay, fine. I love you. Siren.